Truth to Power Show. My name is Beverly D., and tonight we have Lloyd Strayhorn on. He is an astronumerologist, and so that's a combination of astrology and numerology. He has written many books. He has appeared on national TV like the Oprah Winfrey Show, like Montel Williams, Tony Brown, and many other shows. So it is an honor to have Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn on with us tonight. So I'm going to pull him up, and we can see what is going on here. Mr. Strayhorn, are you there?
Yes, Beverly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good.
Fine. First of all, thank you so much. I'm so honored, and it's as my man Lester, the motivator talker, would say, it's my plum-pleasing pleasure to be on your show this week. Okay?
Well, the feeling is mutual. Now, before we tell the people, for the people who do not know who you are, can you tell us how you got into astrology, numerology?
Well, I always, as a youngster, had a love of the metaphysical side. Being a very shy young person at the time, I would identify with famous Aquarians, which is my sign. But as I evolved, I found out that I wasn't the only one and the only sign. That most people, when they go through moments of challenges or doubts or roadblocks or whatever the case is, looking for some sign that points them in a positive direction. And for me at the time, astrology did it. But I found out over the course of time that it wasn't just me, but a lot of people were interested in their signs. And then I was then later on introduced as a result into the world of numerology, which became my forte. So I blended the best of both worlds together and call myself an astronumerologist. So let's say you have a person born on the 19th of August. Well, people who are familiar with astrology will say, aha, that person is a Leo. But as a numerologist, to me, I would say, aha, they are a number one because they're born on the 19th. 1 plus 9 is 10, and thus 1 plus 0 is 1. That's the beauty of numerology. It's about 98% addition, and if you got two numbers or more, you simply add them up. So if you got another person born on the 16th day of the month, thus 1 plus 6 is 7. If you got a person born on the 21st of the month, thus 2 plus 1 is 3. So a person who is born August the 19th doesn't become just a Leo to me anymore. They now become a Leo 1 person. Thus, that makes them a fire sign with a fire number. And this introduction into numerology, Beverly, is what really demystified some of those exceptions to the rules when they said, well, in astrology, this sign shouldn't be with that sign, and yet they are loving each other, and these two signs should be as close as two bugs in a rug, and yet can't stand each other. But once you start looking at the numbers under which those signs were born under, that begins to what they call modify it tremendously, and thus you can see those exceptions to the rule.
Great. And also, this was a science. Wasn't this a science before?
It has not changed. It's a science. And in other words, for example, they will try to tell you that astrology is not a science, but I defy them because no matter where you go, astrologers, professional astrologers, need 5 pieces of information. 1, they need the month you were born. 2, they need the day you were born. 3, they need the year you were born. 4, they need the time you were born. And 5, they need the location of where you were born. So a person born at 7 o'clock on the East Coast is totally different than a person born 7 o'clock on the West Coast when we know it's a 3-hour difference. That's why astrologers need that exact time to do your chart professionally with proficiency that really determines how your planets are being aspected in the chart and how they are interacting with one another. It is a science. There's no question about it.
And that's how come that you can have 10 people born on the same day, but they can have different personalities.
Well, that's true, and that's where the beauty of numerology comes in, because numerology is that only branch of the metaphysical science, unlike all of the rest that deals with your birthday. Numerology deals with both your birthday and your name. Shakespeare once says, "What's in a name?" His response to it was everything. Your name unlocks, once you know how to numerically decode it, all of your natural talents, your gifts, your skills, and your abilities. It would also tell the types of people that would be drawn to you as well. And and it's very, very helpful, I've found in my experience with women, Beverly, to say, why do I attract this type of person? Why do I attract that type of person? Why do I attract these older men? Why do I attract these younger men? Or men from different cultures? But whatever the case is, a lot of times, once you get a person's name, you can demystify it very, very much by transposing the letters of a name into numbers, which is why I have an online numerology course called How to Read a Person Like a Book. And my 10-lesson course teaches people that no matter who comes in front of them, they're able to read them to a greater or lesser degree. This totally stunning. And as long as I've done this, I'm still amazed that I can meet a complete stranger, and reading those numbers, which shows how scientific it is, we can basically agree that we're on the same page.
So how do you get to your course online?
Well, what you do is you go to my website. My newest website is numbersandmedia.com. That's numbersandmedia.com. And from there, they can select the course, or they can go to my link on products and order phone consultations, personal year choice. They can order my best-selling book, Numbers and You, which, if they order it online, comes back autographed to them personally from me to them, and a host of other information. Right now, they can finish reading What Remains of the Predictions for 2011 for the Zodiac sign, since we got a month and change to go, because in about another couple of weeks, the 2012 predictions for all the Zodiac signs will be up and running too.
Now, we just had 11-11-11. And I know 11 is a master number. Can you explain to people what is a master number, and 22 is a master number too?
Well, yes. Thanks, Beverly. I love the questions you asked me. They're original. Master numbers are numbers that personify those that have something of a special quality to them. The master number 11, for example, is their greatest gift is their ability to conceptualize. You can have a person talking, and as they're talking, they could actually see everything formulated in their mind. All right? That's not always easy. For example, I'm more of a visual type of person. I'm the kind of person where you got to show me about 100 times. Hopefully it's not 100 anymore, but you got to show me. Now, it may take me a while to get it, but once I get it, I got it. Okay? With master number people, you can say it one time and already they see the whole thing formulated in their minds. Well, the master number 22, take those ideas from on high and then transpose them into things that are concrete and touchable and tangible that you can examine and feel, and you know what I'm saying, that you can make some discernment with. And that's why they refer to the 22 as the master builder. And what's interesting is that the master number 11 has been assigned to the zodiac sign of Leo, and the master number 22 has been assigned to the zodiac sign of Aquarius. And by the way, this is the age of Aquarius, and this is the age of women. So this is why women are doing things that even their mothers and grandmothers would now envy. And as I explain when I do my lectures, Beverly, I'll say, and I'm going to ask you too, when was the last time you heard a man throw up in your face a woman's places in the home?
It's been a while.
And it's going to be a while too, babe, because things are changing. So guys that's got that old mindset, that old school notion that you walk 20 paces behind me, that as Teddy Pendergrass sang in one of his songs, it ain't going to be, 70-30, 60-40. It's about a 50-50 love.
Right.
And and for guys, it would be to their advantage, because the rules to me is always very simple. A happy woman makes for a happy man.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me tell you
Now,
this. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Beverly.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, people will say a good man is hard to find, but nowadays, in 21st century, fast forwarding into the future, a good woman is even harder to find.
Mm. Now, what was going on in the skies this past Friday? What was all the big fuss about? Raha?
11/11/11? Well,
Yeah.
first of all, on the 10th, just the day before, it was a full moon day, which means the moon was in opposition sign, which we're now in the sun sign of Scorpio, and it was in its opposition sign of Taurus. That's what made it a full moon. And then later on, yesterday afternoon after 3, it moved into the sign of Gemini, which we're in now. But what happens is, yesterday was a big phenomenon, Friday was a big phenomenon because it was 11/11/11. But technically, it's not. It's 11/11/2011, which means that universally, if you add all the numbers across, it added to an 8 universal day. So what's interesting is they have found across the nation of the United States as a whole that Friday is the most popular day to get married on, and that 8 is the number of marriages, births, and pregnancies, as well as separations, of course, I may add. And so with 11/11 falling on a Friday and it being an 8 universal day, it came as no surprise to me the number of increased marriages that took place on Friday. What's also interesting is this. We're talking about 11. We're in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the 11th sign in the zodiac. And the sign of Aquarius lasts for 2,500 years. So anyone under the sign of Aquarius or other air signs like Gemini and Libra, well, I would say you have more than enough time to get your dibs in. And one last thing, I was going to say, and one more thing about 11, which is the form of 111. There's a particular numerical equation this year that if you take the last 2 years you were born and the age you just turned, it will add up 111.
Yeah. The last year that you were born.
Yeah, you take the last year. So let's say somebody was born in 1985, and they would be about 26. If you add 26 to 85, that would add to 111. Everybody's birthday does that this year. There are no exceptions.
Yeah.
I've tried my children, I've tried my enemies, and I've tried my friends.
Wow. So do you make predictions? We got so much that's going on. What about the Wall Street movement, the political scene? You said that, I've heard you say that Obama will be reelected.
That is correct. And in fact, if one goes to YouTube, they will see I did a prediction back on September the 20th of 2007, saying on a TV show in Washington, D.C. with 2 ladies that this man, whoever he is, who was then Senator Barack Obama, is going to surprise a lot of people despite what the pundits say, because it was a given on September the 20th of 2007 that Hillary Clinton was going to actually get it. But I mean, it was a diversity of Democratic nominees. For example, Hillary Clinton, a woman, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, African American, Bill Richardson, Latino American. I mean, so it ran the gamut, but it was a given. But I was saying to them that noticing that 2008 added to a 1 and 1 governs the sign of Leo, there was only one candidate in the Democratic Party that was a Leo, and that happened to have been President Obama. And so as simple as that may sound. Now, his key numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. And what that means, if you look at this year is 2011, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. He's already done some banking reform, health reform. He's already captured and killed Osama bin Laden. The country has made, also was part of the demise of Colonel Omar Gaddafi. You know what I'm saying? And yet they're fighting this man left and right. But next year is the year of the 5, and his numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. So if they would have asked me, and I've been saying it the last 2 years, actually I've been saying it when he was elected on November the 4th of 2008, saying that he will be reelected in 2012. And so actually the Republicans need to figure out who's going to run for 2016, because he's got 20. And I know that sounds very simplistic, and people will say, oh, Lloyd, you must say it because you're African-American. Has nothing to do with it. You must be a Democrat. That has nothing to do with it. I'm just a great astronumerologist that knows what he's doing.
Now, have you looked at his wife's chart? Is there a possibility that she could run?
Well, Michelle Obama is a Capricorn. She is born on the 17th of January. And let me tell you, this president, she is exactly what he needs. She is an earth sign with an earth number. She keeps it. Earth metaphysically represents people who keep things grounded. They keep both feet on the ground. So no matter how excited you get, they still let you know what reality check is. So people commented on the night that President Obama won the election on November the 4th of 2008. And what's so interesting, he is born on the 4th and became the 44th president of the United States. But on that night, on November the 4th of 2008, she wanted to know, after his stunning upset and election win, was he going to take the girls to school in the morning as he's always done? Now, people will say, man, your husband just became the president of the United States. He needs to show for them. But she's being real, so people might think that Michelle may be being hard, but she's true to herself. She's an earth sign with an earth number. Honey, you normally walk the girls to school. You're going to do it in the morning. Okay, you're the president, but these girls are your daughters. See, this is a thing. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, now, have you ever did a chart on the United States to see where we're headed as a country?
Yes. And in fact, the United States, of course, as people know, is July the 4th of 1776. But the United States of America will be entering a 7 personal year. And 7 is a cycle that indicates the nation will be doing a lot of soul searching. This is also a cycle where the nation will experience, where secrets will be revealed. Things that have been hidden from the general public will definitely come to light. And who would have ever thought that 2 months ago or 2.5 months ago, when people occupied Wall Street, because it indicates a change, that this thing would take wings like no others. Not only did it spread across the United States, but it spread across the world. So across the world, people are demonstrating. So everybody realized, so people are not in a vacuum in New York City of the haves and the have-nots. This obviously has been a master plan, for the lack of articulating it any other way, of those in power obtaining all the monies. But you see, what they don't know is this. The number 4 is the underdog number. And normally, the underdogs wind up being the winners. So the winners being the losers, and the losers wind up being the winners. And that's what's going to happen. And as you see, this thing occupying Wall Street has taken on legs of its own. Where they thought it would just be a passing fancy. Well, once the cold weather kicks in, everybody will go home. The insult from the investment people on Wall Street by handing out applications from McDonald's, suggesting that people should go get a job, when people are trying to raise the awareness that there is a great disparity among, for example, they were talking about that African Americans, compared to the counterpart, that as a counterpart, their wealth is 20 times the amount of an African-American family. If I am 20 steps ahead of you, how can you ever catch up to me, Beverly? I mean, let's use some common sense with this. You don't have to be no politician. But if the average white family has 20 times the value of wealth in a black family. No wonder we're behind the 8 ball. No wonder we can never catch up. And so for minority, we're always the majority with high blood pressure, AIDS, diabetes, cancers, you name it. When it comes to the social ills, incarcerations, you name it. We're always, as a minority, when it comes to the social ills of this country, a majority. And so so nobody's ever answered that to my satisfaction. Why, as a minority, when it comes to those ills, we're always in the majority?
Hmm.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, dear.
Now, 2012 is a 5-year.
Mm-hmm.
So what should we be expecting in the 2012?
Well, that means that everybody, 2012 is a 5, what is called universal year. And the word universal means just that everyone, to a greater or lesser degree, will experience the influence of next year, which is a 5 personal year. 5 is ruled by Mercury. It is the number that indicates that we will be at the halfway point of a 9-year cycle. And it means that now people are ready to make changes. It's like us being at going to a fork in the road, and at this fork in the road, you got signs pointing in different directions. The point is this, that universally, everybody is about making changes for the better. For someone, they may want change for the better in their job or career. For another person, they may want changes for the better in their relationship. For another person, they may want changes for the better in their health, or whatever the case, or their living environment. But the point is, everybody's going to be aiming for a change, but whatever that change is to that particular individual in question, it's going to be a change that reflects whatever their interests are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You ask great questions, Beverly. And by the way, as you know, the last of this century will be 12, 12, 12. Now, already back in 2010, I think there was a movie out with John Cusack called 2012. And in this movie, it was supposed to be the end of days, and he barely got his butt out of California on a jet and all this other stuff. Well, come 12, 12, 12, I'll put it like this. Come 12, 13, 12, when people wake up in the morning the following day of 12, 12, the world will still be here and in one tack. Don't forget, just this year alone, back in, I think, May or June, some guy had predicted the end of time.
Right.
And I said that I think it was on the 22nd, because I said on the 23rd, when people wake up on that Sunday, they will find, when they open their eyes, the world will still be here. And the world is still here. And it seems that since God walked with man, or man walked with God, I should say, actually, that man has always predicted the end of time. But I will tell you this, those men and women are no longer here, and Mother Nature still is. So I rest my case.
Now, if someone wants a reading or a chart done, how can they get in contact with you to get that done?
It's very simple, Beverly. All they got to do is go to my website. My website is numbersandmedia.com. That's numbersand media, media.com. And then they can either take the online course there if they want to, or they can click on my link to products, events, and lectures and order my book or phone sessions or charts, whatever fills they need, or they can go and see what's left of the predictions for 2011 for the zodiac signs, because in another couple of weeks, I'm going to have the 2012 predictions up and running on the site. And they can also call my number for private sessions, and my toll-free number is 1-800-581-4401. The number again, Beverly, is 1-800-581-4401.
Okay, great. Now, I'm going to open up the line if people want to talk to you. And
it would be my honor and pleasure to do so, Beverly.
Okay, thank you. Area code 707, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you, young lady?
Fine, how are you?
Fine. I need your name, your birthday, and one question, but of course I'm a guest, and in respect to Bev, who is the host, Beverly, who's the host. I'm sure she may have her own style. Beverly?
Yes, that's correct. You're right on target. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. Yes, my name is Valerie. My birthday is 5/25/54.
Oh, okay. Did you have a specific question?
Just want to get a peek view into 2012.
Okay, well, your 2012 is going to be awesome. This year has been also special to you, too, because this year has allowed you to take stock of your life, to stop, look, and listen, to go within, to reflect, to do a lot of soul searching, which explains why you even wanted to kind of think about maybe taking a sabbatical, getting away from the noise, the confusion, the drama, and all that stuff, and simply be left alone. So if this year you had an urge to go somewhere where there's the sand, the sea, and the sun, if this year you've experienced a lot of strange and prophetic dreams where you woke up and say, yo, Val, what was that about? That makes all the sense in the world. But for the year coming up of 2012, the good news is you are entering your romance and finance cycle that denotes money, power, authority, achievement, recognition, births, marriages, pregnancies, separations, and divorce. You'll also be entering a property cycle. You'll be also entering a cycle where you're going to be doing a lot of growing up. And yes, you're a mature woman already, but the way you're going to look at life, the way people fit in your life and how they fit on life's stage will take on a different kind of like perspective, so to speak. And you're also going to be bumping into people from the past as well. All of that should have started back in late September, October already.
Great, great. Now we're going to go to caller 412, area code 412.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air.
Hi, my name is Veronica.
Mm-hmm. What's your
What's
date
your
of birth?
birthday, Veronica?
Oh, it is November 8th, 1979.
Happy belated birthday. You are a double 8 in the sense that you were born on the 8th, and you were born in 1979, which adds to 26, and 2 plus 6 is 8. So that suggests to me that one of your parents are either a Capricorn or Libra, or perhaps born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month. Who knows? But what it tells me about you is this, that to know you is to love you. That when people first meet you, through no fault of their own, they incorrectly misjudge you as being cold or distant or detached or either lacking in feelings and affections. But the irony is the opposite is the case. You are warm, you are loyal, you're faithful, you're dependable, and when you are in love or feel you are right and God is on your side especially, honey, you will not budge. You will be a friend for life, and you will stick with somebody through thick and thin. So, again, your motto should be, to know me is to love me.
Great. Okay, we're going to go to area code 111. 111, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Your name and your birthday. How are you doing tonight?
I'm well, thank you, honey. It's Gwendolyn, and my birthday is April 2nd, 1964.
Although you're an Aries, you are a sensitive Aries. You are a lovable Aries. You are an affectionate Aries. If guys knew what I knew about you, I'd give you some sugar twice a day, girl, okay? Just get up on it, show you some love. And when you come home at the end of a work day, I'd show you some love again. And for you, the little things mean a lot. That's so interesting. And in relationships, you're not high maintenance. In fact, you don't ask for much other than they be honest and faithful. Yeah. And just your stuff is simple. And you're very affectionate. You are extremely romantic. And a guy who is dating you, I don't know what your status is, should either make you bubble bath, cook you a candlelight dinner, and especially take you out to dance. You love to dance. And, in fact, your background may have been in dance or theater, things like that when you were coming up as a youngster.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct.
Isn't that interesting?
Right.
And you're also very sensitive and psychic, too. You know things.
Yes.
Let's say you left your house a certain way and something was slightly turned another way, you would notice it. Somebody else may not notice it, but you would. I would never play you. And I try to tell guys, I've never met a stupid woman. You think guys would listen to me? Oh, no.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you. That was...
Okay, I'm going to area code 734. Area code 734.
Hi, it's me.
Okay, you have a question?
Hi.
Give them your hi. Give them your name and your birthday.
Cecilia. I was born December 20th, 1964.
Okay, hi, Cecilia.
Hi.
You are a Sagittarius 2 person. In my book, Numbers in You, I break it down this way. As a Sagittarius 2 person, your lucky numbers are the 2, 7, and 3. Now, when I say that, what does that mean? Most people think, oh, let me go to hit the lottery or 7-Eleven store and hit the lottery. No. Once I determine your numbers, it determines your days. So as I said, 2, 7, and 3, it tells me that Monday, Thursday, and Friday are her 3 best days out of 7. And what does that mean? Let's say she says to me, Lloyd, you know, I've been working on this job for years. They haven't been showing me no love. I want to step up and ask for a raise or a promotion. What day should I do so? Well, knowing what her lucky numbers are, I would say she should either do it on a Monday or a Thursday or a Friday. What day should she yes, a Monday or a Thursday or a Friday? What day should she launch that project? A Monday or a Thursday or a Friday? What day should she enter the hospital for a procedure? A Monday or Thursday or Friday? As all, you know, out of all 7 days, those are her 3 best days. And then it tells me her best months, since she's December the 20th, would always be in the months of March and May, July, October, and December. And when I say that, that's late February, March, late April, May, late June, July, late September, October, and late November into December. And if we had the time, and if you asked her, her mom or dad are born under one of those dates, she, if she's married, may have married under one of those dates, got pregnant or bear children under one of those dates or months.
Great. Now, you say that you have a book. It's called Numbers in You. What is the book about?
It's a 400-page book I wrote that really helps everybody understand themselves, which is why I call the book Numbers in You. Because the ideas come from people who don't know, but in their not knowing, they're looking for answers. And what they did when they asked me questions was it allowed me to do the research to confirm or, you know, what is that person thinking about or going through. That's why my book still sells to this day, because it is about getting to get that person, whoever they are, to know themselves better and to understand themselves better, and you can't go wrong that way.
And so this is important that people really get into their astrology and their numerology, especially if they are planning to work on a project, planning to make some changes in their life. This is kind of like a map or a blueprint.
Yes, because timing is everything. You know, let me tell you, when something happens to a person, they say, man, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. Well, that happens. But what about being in the right place at the right time in perfect harmony with the universe? So that lady who's born December the 20th, if I never ever talk to her again, she will know out of all 7 days assigned to us by the Most High that Monday, Thursday, and Friday are her best days. And that's all she needs to know. Right, and that those 5 months I name are her months where she's in the driver's seat steering things the way she wants to go. It's a matter of timing, and timing is everything. And through numerology, you can do just that.
Right. Okay, area code 216.
How you doing?
Area code 216.
Hello?
How are you, sir?
I can hear you.
Bernard, I was born 12/16/71.
Okay, so that makes you a Sagittarius 7 person, which means your lucky numbers are the 7, 2, and 3. Your best days are Mondays and Fridays. Your best months are March, May, July, October, and December. It also indicates that on this short existence on this planet Earth with you, you have attracted, I guarantee you, older women, younger women, women from different cultures, and every now and then a long-distance relationship where she lives over there and you live over here. Hello?
Okay. Okay.
Sir, am I in the ballpark?
All right.
Let me see. Is caller?
Am I in the ballpark, sir?
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised, for example, if it wasn't an older young lady that introduced you to Sex 101 when you was coming up as a kid. You also should learn a second language because people from other cultures like you too. You know, so if you got a sister that's mad at you because you dating somebody outside of that ethnicity, your birthday suggests to me that you tend to attract the whole rainbow of women to you. Not that you're a player. There's a difference, okay?
Right.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Let's see. Area code 815.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Beverly.
Hi.
Beverly.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Lloyd. Good.
Hi.
How you need to know my name and my birthday?
Yes.
It would help. That way it's better than saying, hey, you. It's just a short piece.
Okay, my name is Gina, but it's not spelled the traditional way.
That's
And
okay,
my
Gina.
birthday is okay. And my birthday is 4469.
Ah, that's an interesting day, as you know, because it was on that day that Martin Luther King was assassinated. It was also on that same day in Bimini Island when the Reverend Adam Clayton Powell Jr. passed away, too, who was a famous congressman. Your birthday, and by the way, your birthday suggests that is also Jill Scott's birthday that I met. It's also Maya Angelou's birthday that I had the privilege of meeting also. So it tells me whoever you are, Gina, you're very unique, you're very different, and you like to think outside the box. This is why you will have what are called secret enemies. People who are jealous or envious or insecure, and for the like of you, you can't figure out why, because you're not doing anything that they should be. But what happens is your numbers indicate you're very visionary. You're very different. You're very unique. You like to think outside the box. So that's why there's the company's rules, and that's why there's Gina's rules that are totally different and work better than the company's, and you've got enough sense to know that, and you also got enough sense not to tell them, too. Okay?
Yeah.
Your birthday indicates that the year coming up is going to allow you an opportunity to finally get your life in order the way you want to be structured, to be organized, to have a game plan that if option A is not working, you got option B and C waiting in the backdrop. Thank you. It also indicates that with you going through a health cycle, your health will improve, but it may be somebody around you whose health is not as great or good as you would like it. It also indicates people from your past will be coming, and it also indicates that Aquarians, like my sign, or Leos or Geminis will assist you in some way, shape, or form as well.
Okay.
And by the way, your birthday indicates you're very sensitive and high-strung and easily wounded in your feelings, although people think nothing bothers you, but if they only knew. So I would have your motto to be like the earlier caller that Beverly took, and the motto should be, to know me is to love me, Gina.
Okay. Thank you.